Hi guys, it's Paolo Cordiaco here, winner of the 2021 official Strongman Games, and you are watching World's Strongest Man.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today it's all about Europe's Strongest Man 2023. Today I've got the scores and the results. The show has just finished. Now lots of guys turned up for this show, including Iron Bibby. Now there's a big reason for that and you'll find out later on in this video, but it's awesome to see him back in the UK training with Darren Sadler and the Giants live team. Now event 1 was the log ladder, starting at 120 kilos, then moving up to 140, 160, 170, and the final log was 180. How many guys hit 180? You're about to find out. Now these were wooden logs, meaning they're not perfectly balanced. That means they're slightly harder to press. Now here are the scores after event 1, and you'll see only Pavlo Kordiaka of Ukraine managed all 5 logs. Second place was Alexei Novikov, followed by Ethor Melstead, Ivar Smorkstelis, Paul Smith, Graham Hicks, Dennis Kollroos of Germany, Gavin Bilton, Konstantin Janasha, Jean-Stephen Korobouf, Shane Flowers, Pat O'Dwyer, and in last place was Adam Bishop. He definitely struggled on that one. Now following on from that, I've got the points. Obviously the positions don't change, but you'll notice the big difference between Adam Bishop only on 1 point and Pavlo Kordiaka on 13. That means for Adam to win, he's going to have to claw back quite a few points over the next few events. Same goes for Pat O'Dwyer, Shane Flowers and the other guys in the bottom half of the pack. There are only 5 events today, so hopefully they can do something big and come back. Next up it's event 2, the load and push race. This is where the guys have to load some implements into a wheelbarrow and then push that back down the track. Now it's going to be an anvil, followed by a heavy sack, and finishing off with a tyre. I think the tyre was 100 kilos, but I didn't get the weights of the other implements. As you can see, here are the times after that loading race. Pavlo Kordiaka taking another win. Awesome work from him today. Next up it's Alexei Novikov, that's the top 2 from Ukraine, followed by Adam Bishop. Great event for Adam, clawing back those points we just discussed. Next up it's Ivar Smorkstelis, followed by Shane Flowers, Gavin Bilton, Pat O'Dwyer, Paul Smith, Konstantin Janasha, Ethor Melstead, Jean-Stephen Korobouf, Dennis Kollroos, and down at the bottom is Graham Hicks, who's unfortunately had to pull out with a chest infection. Graham knows he's got to compete in a few weeks' time at World's Strongest Man, so he's being sensible. Hopefully he can rest up, get better, and we'll see him back soon. So here are the scores after event 2. Pavlo Kordiaka on 26 points, only 2 points ahead of Alexei Novikov. Those two guys definitely going to battle it out all night. Next up we've got Ivar Smorkstelis on 20 points, then it's Ethor Melstead, Paul Smith, Gavin Bilton, Shane Flowers, Adam Bishop, Konstantin Janasha, Dennis Kollroos, Pat O'Dwyer, Graham Hicks, and in last place Jean-Stephen Korobouf. Hopefully Coco can pull it back, he's an awesome competitor. Now next up it's event 3, the deadlift for reps. The weight, 350 kilos or 771 pounds. You'll notice 2 guys at the top, Adam Bishop and Alexei Novikov, both on 9 reps. That matches Eddie Hall's world record. Next up it's Ivar Smorkstelis, sharing that place with Pat O'Dwyer, both on 7 reps. Then we've got Shane Flowers, Ethor Melstead, Pavlo Kordiaka taking a bit of a hit here, followed by Konstantin Janasha, Dennis Kollroos, Gavin Bilton, Jean-Stephen Korobouf, Paul Smith and Graham Hicks obviously having pulled out, now down in the last place. So what has that done to the scores? It looks like Alexei has leapfrogged over Pavlo, but Ivar's is still strong in 3rd place. Those top 3 guys looking good in the points. Next up we've got Adam Bishop holding in 4th, followed by Ethor Melstead, Shane Flowers, Pat O'Dwyer, Gavin Bilton, Paul Smith, Konstantin Janasha, Dennis Kollroos, Jean-Stephen Korobouf and Graham Hicks. Lots of places moving, but also some not. So hopefully they can make it up in the next event. Coming up it's event 4, the Conan's Wheel. Now this event is done for distance. The weight in the hands, 300 kilos or 661 pounds. The current record holder is actually Darren Sadler. You'll notice there the distance. Will anyone beat that today? Well, you're about to find out. It's an awesome event and great to see it back at Giants Live. So the distances are in, and you'll notice Pavlo Kordiaka taking another win, also breaking Darren Sadler's record in the process. Someone else also breaking that record is Alexei Novikov, but he had to settle for second place this time. Next up it's Ethor Melstead, Pat O'Dwyer, he had an awesome showing, and also Adam Bishop. Those two guys doing well. Next up, it's Ivar Smorkstelis, followed by Dennis Colruyt, Shane Flowers, Paul Smith, Konstantin Janasha, John Stephen Corabooth, Gavin Bilton and Graham Hicks. So here are the scores after event 4, the Conan's Wheel, and again you'll notice the two guys from the Ukraine are massively out in front. Next up you've got Ivar Smorkstelis holding in third and Ethor Melsted doing it for the Icelanders. I do want to point out at this point that Gavin Bilton has had to pull out. He's obviously also either injured or not feeling too well, and with World's Strongest Man coming up soon, everyone's got to be sensible. So here it is, event 5, the Castle Stones. Atlas stones ranging from 100 kilos up to 180 kilos, and at this point in the event, 180 is going to feel like 220. Now unfortunately I do not have the stone times. Giants Live did not share these on the live feed, but what I do have is the final scores, and I can say we have a brand new Europe's Strongest Man for 2023. It's Pavlo Kordiaka of Ukraine, so congratulations to him. He had an awesome stone event and did really well. Unfortunately though for Alexei, he fumbled on that 5th stone and that's where he lost it. Third place goes to Ivar Smorkstelis, and those 3 guys are already going to this year's World's Strongest Man, so I can't wait to see how the battle continues. And for the rest of the guys, hopefully someone will be given a lifeline. Maybe Dennis Colruyt will get his invitation to World's Strongest Man. I know he's desperate to go to represent Germany as the current Germany's Strongest Man. Here's a picture of the podium. Great to see Pavlo and Alexei both on there together, and also Ivar Smorkstelis. Well deserved. He's a great all-round athlete and someone you definitely don't want to take your eye off. And finally, I've got some information about the World's Strongest Man. Flex Lewis, the bodybuilder, has been given the job of social media correspondent. He's going to be doing some backstage stuff with Terry Hollands, so that's definitely going to be interesting. I've not seen Flex do much with Strongman, but I know he's a massive fan himself, and also someone I've promoted previously in the UK. And 2 other guys that will also be there are the official reserves, Thomas Evans of America and also Kane Francis of the UK. Even if they don't get to start, they'll definitely get some invaluable experience behind the scenes, how the show runs, and also what it's like to compete over a number of days. But the big news on my lips today is Iron Bibi. He will be competing at this year's World's Strongest Man. He looks like he's slimmed down and he's ready to go. I really hope he does this time. He's obviously got an awesome overhead log press and also pretty good with an axle, and if you've seen him previously compete at Giants Live, you'll know he's pretty quick with his feet and good with some moving events. I think he's a good all-round athlete, he just needs to get there. So hopefully 2023 could be the year of Iron Bibi. Anyway guys, that's it from me today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe, and I'll catch you again as always on the next one.